right, James, let's get at tasting this 2021 Dupee Valley Vineyard White Pinot Noir. And I'm gonna the old school way. Oh yeah, wine tastes better when the cork pop is louder.
Some Psalms might disagree. Some Psalms might disagree with that.
Yeah, champagne producers are like, no. We can't make fun of French people. It's not allowed. Right off the bat, you can see that kind of golden color. 21 was a really warm year, so it was a little hard to make white Pinot Noir. We had to press very gently because the color wanted to leach out of the skins into the juice immediately. But I would say that's very much still white wine.
That's a white wine.
And you might be wondering, white Pinot Noir, what in the world is that? So, if you take a purple grape at the grocery store and you bite through it, you'll notice the flesh is green. So there's no color inside of the pulp of the berry. That's the same for almost all wine grapes. So if you take Syrah or Cabernet and squeeze the juice into your hand, you'll notice you have white juice. But those are so dark and thick-skinned, they're pretty hard to make white wine out of. Pinot Noir, especially if it's picked early, as in Champagne, it's pretty easy to make a white wine out of Pinot Noir. You just press the juice off the skins, and we only keep the first 2 pressings. So we're not getting very much white Pinot Noir, getting about half the normal yield. Then the later pressings go into our rosé because they end up having a nice rosy color.
Maybe something good for our viewers to know is stylistically, how is this different than how we make our Chardonnays, or what's the style?
So overall, fairly similar to our Chardonnay production.
I like to say hedonistic wine.
Perfect. Yeah, the goal here, in juxtaposition with our Chards, even though they're made in really similar ways, is to have a little more of a hedonistic style, a little richer, a little broader. And we don't really want this to be, we don't want any reduction, so we will settle out a lot of the grape solids overnight, where we would, for Chardonnay, bring those with us to the barrel. Other than that, made in a very similar way to our Chardonnay. Cool fermentation in the beginning, then we'll heat it up to make it finish at the end. It went fully through secondary or malolactic fermentation and spent 16 months in the barrel. And aromatically here you get a decent amount of oak impact. This was 100% new oak, but fermented in a large 600 liter barrel, so about 2.6 times the volume of a standard barrel, like the ones behind us here. So a lot less surface area compared to the volume of wine, so less total influence from the barrel. But really, like, the wine jumps out of the glass.
Yeah, you're still, even though you have a lot of those like tertiary aromas that you get from barrel, I'm still getting a lot of those like baked fruits, like baked apple.
And really fresh. This is from a really cool, as in temperature, site in McMinnville, AVA, but into the Coast Range. So you're getting a lot of cool coastal wind and breezes hitting these grapes every afternoon and evening during the growing season. This site is all volcanic soils. The block that we make the white Pinot Noir from is extremely shallow. So parts of it you're not even on soil, you're walking directly on the basalt bedrock. So that means the vines shut down, they give up on trying to photosynthesize, and their leaves will start turning yellow really early. So when that happens, we pick that block, which will have pretty low sugars and high acids when we pick this. We make a little bit of red wine from the block, but most of it we turn into white Pinot Noir. All right, I'm gonna have a little cheese with this because this wine is begging for cheese. Having a little Vrongebäck. This is a Swedish cheese that we serve here at the winery and at our Portland tasting room.
And of course, with seed cracker.
Oh yeah, that's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, cheese, like, what do you think? Like, apple, like, I'm thinking of like what, like a classic charcuterie board would go well with this, or...
Yeah, this is great cheese wine, good for whitefish, could go really well with like chicken pot pie.
Or like maybe like a white sauce pasta.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese. I would enjoy some halibut with this personally right now. Yeah, butter poached halibut in this. That sounds really good. But of course, can't go wrong with cheese. And again, not trying to toot our own horn, but this is really fucking good.
Yeah, and you can find this white Pinot at our tasting rooms. And it'll be included in this next wine club shipment. So our wine club members get to look forward to this.
Thank you for joining us on another Wine Wednesday.